So far, Tesla, one of the most beloved cult stocks of our era, has not had much in the way of serious competition when it comes to selling electric vehicles. That's why the stock's been so hot. All that could be changing. Audi, the luxury subsidiary of Volkswagen that's presenting at the New York Auto Show, is developing a whole lineup of electrified vehicles that could have broader appeal among the masses. I think that in 2 years, Audi could potentially become Tesla's main competitor. I'm giving it 2 years. The company already sells a plug-in hybrid, the A3 e-tron, in Europe, and it's coming to the United States next month. And they plan to have a plug-in hybrid SUV on the market next year. Now, earlier today, I got a chance to chat with Scott Keogh, the president of Audi of America, on location at Audi Manhattan. Take a look. So, Scott, Audi seems to be making a breakout, moving its whole product line toward electrification. Where are you in America? Where are you in Germany right now?
Well, breakout's exactly right, and I think it's cool. We're here on March 31st. As you know, this is the day where we close. We close the month and we close the quarter, and I think we're staring down the barrel of another record month. It'll be our 51st consecutive record month, so we're on a roll.
Right.
But of course, to talk about the emerging technology, which is the BEV.
Right.
Look, right now we see it as a small niche opportunity. It's about
really
3% of the market
we get
right now.
So much hype about it, obviously, Tesla mind share.
Yeah, you know, you have to look at the reality on the ground.
Okay,
the infrastructure is not quite there. And look, what customers want is they want 100% peace of mind. They can get the car charged, they can handle it.
So they don't want 100% electric. They want 100% peace of mind.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
The second thing you'll see without a doubt is, look, the size of the market. Right now, about 2% of the market is a combination of BEVs and plug-ins. Where do we see this going? And this is the opportunity. We do see it growing to 20, 25% of the market. But Jim, the thing I need to stress without a doubt is you need to have the business case that works. Right. You need to have the technology that works, and then you need the customer acceptance. And for a company such as ours, we can't be doing fishing expeditions. You need these three things to work together. And when they do, believe me, we'll be the ones to take massive advantage.
All right, but let me take the other side. You've
Yep.
got one 19 to 20 miles and go. Tesla's got one that goes 200. Why would I want one that can only go 19, 20 when I got one that could really go out a little more distance?
Yeah, I think you have to look at the situation. If you look at the Tesla buyer, average income is $500,000 a year. Average transaction price is $110,000 a year. It's the fourth car in the fleet. I'm not saying anything about these things, and it's basically the second or third car. That's fine.
Boutique.
It's not a business case that's going to work for us.
How about this?
This is a business case that's going to work for us, and a business case that's going to work for America.
All right, let's hear it.
This is a plug-in hybrid. So what you have here is you still have what Audi is known for, a very high output, small 1.4 liter four-cylinder engine, and the battery. This is what gives you the peace of mind. It gets rid of the range anxiety. Right. You can go anywhere and do anything.
And range anxiety, we know, is real. That 100%. Is the big worry about Tesla. And that and affordability.
Particularly if it's your primary car.
That's right. Now, how about affordability?
Exactly the other thing. This is not going to be anywhere near $100,000. We're probably going to be in a $40,000 ballpark with this. Mm-hmm. This is something that's going to give us more mainstream acceptance.
Do you think there'll come a time, I know your product lineup, apparently in 2017, you're talking about a vehicle that could be all electric, but why bring that out if it isn't something that you think people want?
We think the timing is actually going to work by that time frame. Because what you're starting to see, look, if you look at kilowatt hours and cost, it was basically costing you $1,000 a kilowatt hour. If you look at the internal combustion engine, you need to get that number to around 250. Right now, it's around 300 and change. We think in a few short years, it's going to be under $250. So theoretically, you're going to be in an environment soon where battery is going to be a more efficient way to attack the market from a pricing point of view, from a technology point of view. So again, I want to wait till the infrastructure's there. I want to wait till the business case is there, and you have the customer acceptance. And Jim, look, the best way to get customer acceptance is a great bridge strategy like this. It has an engine. They know the engine. Then it has the battery on top of that.
Now, it's got two ways to charge.
Exactly right. This has 4 modes of driving. So one mode right off the bat is pure electric, and you can drive in that ready to go. It's got a hybrid mode, which is in essence our engineers are reading the road, reading the software, and you're going to use a blend of both. The other one, which you mentioned, you have the ability to charge the battery with the engine. So for example, you're out on a highway. This is where an engine is maximum efficient. You use that efficiency to charge the engine. The final one is just the engine itself. So we think this is a smart way to get the customer acceptance, adaptability, and put a product on the marketplace.
How connected is this car? So many people tell me that unless you're connected, you're just old-fashioned.
I couldn't agree more. And as you know, we're the innovators and the leaders in connectivity. This car has 4G LTE. We're the first car on the market to have that. You can get Wi-Fi hotspot inside the car. You can link upwards of 7 to 8 devices in the car. And the secret and the holy grail of this, we have been out in Silicon Valley for over 18 years. We have a research lab out there.
Tell me, because this is new. American companies have not been.
I don't want to comment on American companies, but it's been our secret sauce. And we have a research lab out there, and there's obviously a company called NVIDIA, which is basically the masters of chip, and you probably know them very well.
I know them as high-performance game chip.
Exactly right. But we put those high-performance chips, because what you have with game chips, massive memory, great processing power and speed. That's what we put inside this car. Another classic one, a lot of people say is, Google and the application of Google. The first time that was in a mobile device, people say, well, it was on my phone. It's actually not true. We had Google Earth, Google in our vehicle before it was in a cell phone. So this is the smart integration you can do when you have NVIDIA, when you have Google, and that kind of stuff. So it's important.
But what is so difficult? You've got great, we all revere German engineering. We do. You have a Bosch partner. Why do you not have a battery right now that could just be inexpensive and go 200 miles? Why is that so hard to create?
Chemistry is chemistry is chemistry, and you just can't break these basic rules and principles and laws. Look, I think the other thing we want to do, we just want something. Customer has a massive expectation when they buy the Audi. Right. We want the bloody thing done right. We want the thing to crash right. We want to meet the government regulations. Right. It's got to be an Audi, because the expectation level when you jump into a startup company or you jump into something else is, I'm rolling the dice here and I feel good about it. No one jumps into Audi and says, I'm rolling the dice here. They jump in and say, I'm buying the best car in the world and have the highest expectations.
And if we're in other countries, the same. I mean, how are you selling in China versus, say, Tesla? They claim to have a good month during the month of March, but I imagine that they would want a small footprint and sustainability too.
Look, if you want to be a luxury brand, the biggest thing you need is global scale.
Okay.
And basically, there's big three in the luxury business, you know. Right. Us, Mercedes-Benz, and BMW own 70 to 80% of the luxury market. China is our #1 market. We're #1 in China. We do over 500,000 units a year in that market. So we know China very well. We've been there a long time. But if you look at EV development, I think it's America is in the lead. The infrastructure is in the lead so far. So we see selling more cars here initially. And certainly even in comparison to Europe, the infrastructure is looking to be stronger in the U.S.
And this is, from what I understand, easy charge.
100%, exactly right. You can do it on 120, you can do it on 240 volts.
I don't need a special hookup.
No, you don't need you can do either way. Now, a special hookup will make it charge faster, of course,
so you can do it
which
in 2.5
is
hours?
obviously ideal. Exactly right.
And is this car, again, I want to be sure, when will I see this in my showroom?
You will see it in this stunning showroom here in Manhattan, September, October of this year.
Price range?
$40,000, in that ballpark.
Well, I got to tell you, look, there are many of us who are enamored of Audi. Yeah. We admit it. We play with an open hand. Scott Keogh, President Audi of America. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.